Haze aren't the only things in the forecast, Carly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You may be noticing, if you looked up at the clouds through the evening, that they were moving actually pretty fast. If you could see through the haze that's there from the agriculture burning that's taking place this time of year in Mexico and Central America. But what I want to point out is it's very muggy. Our dew point is 77. That is at the steamy level. That's like summertime level humidity. We've got a southeast wind that's pumping that moisture from the Gulf up into the coastal bend. Now, rain, storms have actually intensified a bit. That's likely due to those clouds that I was talking about. So we've got a strong low-level jet that's helping bring moisture a little bit more inland. The dry line has shifted back off to the west. So as I've been talking about, I do expect these storms to weaken, but this one has gotten pretty healthy and strong. If it follows the current projection, though, of the direction that it should move based on the mid-level winds, it's going to skirt somewhere between San Antonio and Beeville if it were to make it that far. Again, I'm not confident in that, but because we do have that low-level jet pumping, there is a chance. There's a lot of moisture that's making it up to that level, as well as some potential for wind shear, which helps fuel those kind of storms. Now, our model data not showing that storm. The other model I could show you has a strong storm that is already developed moving into portions of South Texas, and that's not right either. This one I think is still a little bit more accurate, and so there is a chance for that storm to make it into portions of the coastal bend, but I think we have a better shot looking ahead to tomorrow night. So this is what I'm really watching, because when you have a chance of severe weather, it's elevated, and my confidence goes up when there is a front involved. That produces a form of lift that helps those storms grow big and tall. And that's what we're looking at again overnight Tuesday into early Wednesday morning. Now, the problem with these storms is they're going to start to take on a mind of their own. They're going to race out ahead of this front, which tends to have the storms weakening as they do so. However, even with that being said, they're still expected to potentially pack some strong winds. As the storms die, they can produce some stronger wind gusts as well. And so I do expect a decent amount of rain to make it into the coastal bend and kind of hang out potentially through the morning commute. This is paused at 7 a.m. and then weakening, continuing to weaken and move out of the area as we head into the lunch hour. So for your weather impact alert headlines, this is what I'm seeing for the week ahead. This is not an easy forecast by any means, but I do want you to be alert because we do have a chance of storms and we have a decent shot at some rainfall. The best chance of those strong to severe thunderstorms, like I just showed you on that timeline, is looking to be Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. The best chance of potential for some steady, moderate rainfall could come Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, that's not to say the entire day, those 3 days, is a total washout, but that looks like our best opportunity of accumulating rainfall, where our amounts, our rainfall totals over those 3 days, but in general, the entire week through Sunday could top out between 1 to 6 inches across the coastal bend. The higher end being 6 inches, the lower end being 1 inch, a likely scenario around 3 to 4 inches. And here's the reason why in their upper levels of the atmosphere, we have this high and this low pressure that's pulling up also moisture from the Pacific, and that's creating the waves of energy that are going to produce our rainfall. If we don't have the cold front that I mentioned, that front's going to lift back north and not going to be in our area by the end of the week. So we won't have the front. That should lower our severe risk. But all of this energy and that low moving in should elevate our rain chances. We're also going to have a decent amount of moisture